Hey guys, my name is Summer Hamrick. I work at Now or Never Gallery in Kingsport. I'm a tattoo artist. I have tattooed for 15 years here locally. I guess if you're watching from Kingsport, it's local, whatever. Um, I'm not an on camera person. Um, I don't love it, but I do feel like there is a lack of information floating around out there for some folks. And I have been kind of waiting in the background to see if someone else put it out there in some capacity. And maybe they haven't, I haven't seen it, but whatever. Um, what I want to do is maybe cover a few topics that people either get frustrated by or they don't seem to understand how it works, and see if we can clear some of that up so just everything goes smoother and everybody kind of knows what to expect. Not just from our shop. This is tattooing is so popular right now. So these are things that people are running into across the country, across the world. So the what I want to cover today, I have vague notes, so hopefully they're helpful. Is like book openings and closings. And what that means is sometimes you expect to, you've picked out a tattoo shop and you know who you want to work with, and you go in and you ask to make an appointment, and they're not taking new clients at that time, or they're not booking, or they tell you, you'll have to wait till this day, and either email me or come by. That's the book opening day. And so, what is that? What is a book opening? So, in order to control the amount of work that an artist is doing at any particular time, they might cut off scheduling. And some people do it pretty regularly, like quarterly or monthly. Some people do like a 6 month span. So, there may be a designated time every month or whatever, that, like, just that day at that time, that person is taking appointments. And the rest of the time, it's just you have to be aware of that date, because you cannot just walk in or email to book the appointment. Which sounds wild. Like, who knew that tattoo artists were that busy? I did. So, why would they do that? I hear all the time, "Oh, you're so busy. It's such a good problem to have." It is. We are all very grateful to all of our clients. You're the reason we can make a living at this. It's great. It's fantastic. But we're also one person, usually handling dozens, if not more, clients per month, per 6 months, whatever. So, a few reasons why an artist might close down their schedule for an increment of time. One of those is probably family. So, there is a misconception that tattoo artists are like a lot cooler than we actually are. We're super normal people. We have kids, we have families, we gotta, do the sports, doctor's appointments, all those things. And so a lot of artists will probably sculpt their schedule around their kids' schedule. So school drop off, pick up, games, parent teacher things, plays, weekend travel, like all those things. So you don't get a heads up on a lot of those things too far in advance. For all the parents out there, like sometimes you get an email 2 weeks ahead of time that there's some school related thing. So, if you're a parent, you want to kind of not have appointments out too far, maybe like a month or so, just for those things, games, all that. So, family may be a huge thing. Also, sort of relates to this, travel. A lot of artists work conventions and travel. And sometimes we know about them pretty far in advance and not always. Or things might fall into place that, you know, you might be doing one that you didn't expect to do. So planning for your conventions, your trips, to get all those things in order, that takes time. So there's usually, I feel like most people that do conventions tend to only want to be like about 2 months out. I don't know, I don't do a lot of them. Anyway, so travel and conventions will have to be factored in there if you're an artist that likes to do that. So also, big one, your artist's health. If you're going to an artist that has been doing this at least a decade or more, their joints are probably falling apart. Back problems, wrist problems, lots of carpal tunnel. Just about everybody that I know that is tattooing in this area that's done it for a little while has some kind of joint problem. And so as we get older, we shorten our sessions. We may do less days per week. So that could be a big factor. I cannot do the session lengths that I used to do. I don't miss it either. But, so these might all be different. Another one that's not in my notes, but I'm going to throw it in. The amount of work that goes into large scale pieces, which if an artist is pretty established, they're probably going to be doing sleeves and back pieces and stuff like that. I might go into depth in this in a different video, but a lot of the work that we do does not only take place in the tattoo shop. So when I'm there, I am tattooing pretty much from the time that I get there until the time I leave. That's all that there is time for. So, like for example, if I have someone that wants to do a Greek mythology sleeve, I don't really know a lot about that. You know, I know the basic things that pretty much everybody's probably heard about, like Medusa and whatnot. But when it comes to really specific stories and details and, you know, how to get these characters to look authentic the way that they are described in stories, you know, I need to research those stories. I need to find references and models that fit how those are supposed to look to help me create those images. I need to be coming up with backgrounds and tie-ins and any kind of other customization that client might want in that sleeve. So there is no time for that in the shop. That is all work at home. And along with that, emails. I know most artists struggle with emails. We do our best, but it kind of happens when it happens because there are just a lot of things that go into this. So if you have multiple sleeves going on and multiple back pieces or large scale, you know, chest pieces, whatever, you may limit your workload to like a month at a time, because that's a lot of days of work at home. So you may not want 2, 3, 4, 6 months worth of load on you at one time, because that does get super overwhelming. So those are at least the things that I thought of offhand as to why an artist might limit their booking. It's not to be mean, it's not to be exclusive, to turn people down. It usually, there are legitimate things that we're just trying to juggle and do our best. And we try to get the information out there as best we can. And if we're not doing a good job, like, drop by the shop. You know, ask questions. Now that you know that is a thing that artists might not be booking all the time, you're more informed. You can go ask if you can have, most artists do free consultations that you can just walk in and do, most of them. So go in, ask questions, ask about the booking process, because everybody's a little bit different. What you need to have, what you need to do, when that book opening day might occur. Is it by email or is it in person? Yeah, that's pretty much it. if this was well received, I might cover a couple of other topics, like cover ups or whatever. I don't know. I'll think of some stuff. So I hope this was helpful. And thanks for watching. Bye.